Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is Carmine Sabia for Explain America, and 2 Republican Congress members may be leaving, and wait till you hear why. Guys, before we start, please make sure you're always liking, commenting, sharing right down there below. It really helps us out. The news is pretty stark. Mike Lawler and Elise Stefanik are considering leaving Congress for a very special reason. Now, Elise Stefanik, you remember, was supposed to be the ambassador to the United Nations, but with elections that were coming up at that time for the midterms and special elections and all that, we were afraid of our Republican majority in the House. It was getting too thin. Trump asked her to bow out of that and to go back to Congress. The problem is she was a congressional leader before that, and she had to give all that up, and now she's just a regular congressperson. So what do her and Mike Lawler have on their minds? The governorship of New York. The Northeast made some significant strides towards the Republican Party this time around. Kathy Hochul in New York is a deeply unpopular governor, and this could be prime season for somebody, for some Republican, to step in and actually become the governor of the Empire State. And what a titanic shift that would be in New York politics if that were to happen. It would literally change everything. I want you to watch this and let me know what you think in the comments.
That could really dramatically change the map. I do want to turn to another possible primary here, and this is the New York governor's race. We heard this past week Elise Stefanik, who was Trump's pick to be U.S. ambassador to the United Nations, pulled back because of concerns that could impact the House majority, now considering running for New York governor. But Mike Lawler, the sitting Republican congressman from New York, also had been considering running. So I asked Lawler, I said, what do you think about Stefanik running? And would that change your view at all? He said, called her a powerful leader in the House. He said that they both agree that Kathy Hochul, in their view, is the, quote, worst governor in America. But this is what else he said. He said, in 2026, New Yorkers have a chance to elect a strong, competent leader to move the state in a better direction. He went on to say, in the coming months, the process will play out to ensure that Republicans have the strongest candidate possible. It doesn't sound like he is dissuaded by Stefanik considering a run.
It doesn't, but it does sound like he's keeping his options open, right? It's not at all clear that if she really decides she's going to jump into this thing, that he's going to jump into it as well. If they both did, it would be an incredibly interesting contest here. You have 2 members of the House. Was elected as a moderate, very much sort of like a centrist Republican, and has completely gone MAGA. She's very close with Trump, obviously a huge ally of the president. And Mike Lawler is very much in the middle of the party. He is running in a district, or is in a district, representing a district that's very competitive. He's tried to stake out some really centrist ground. So that would be a real sort of struggle between those 2 poles of the party at a time when clearly the MAGA strain is the much more powerful one in the Republican Party.
Can a MAGA Republican win in New York statewide?
I think we're about to find out. But to the point of Isaac's article too, because in this moment of inter-party fighting with the Democrats, it does allow for these other strains to take hold.
Look, I started out as a reporter in New York. The last time a Republican won a governor's race in New York was 2002. A lot has changed since then, but